Hey guys, welcome back to another video of DC Comics Legends, and today I'm excited because we're taking a look at one of the new characters, one of the latest new characters to come into the game. Today we're taking a look at Queen Mera. She's the wife of Aquaman, Queen of Atlantis. I am pretty excited to see what she can do. We got her the other day after playing the Queen of Atlantis challenge. That was it was kind of difficult. We ended up having to spend some extra gems on that event to get the character, but we got the character, and to me, at the moment, that is all that matters, because I am really excited for these characters. I've mentioned this in a few other videos. Overall, I'm just kind of excited for this kind of like the water-themed characters. You know, in general, I like those kind of characters, so I'm excited that we got Mera, Aquaman, and Siren, a character I don't know much about, but before I do the video on her, I am going to do some research on her, because we've also got her unlocked, but today, we're not taking a look at Siren. Today, we're taking a look at Mera, so let's go ahead and unlock her. I am excited to see. We got a kind of a quick look. I did tap on her. There we go. We did get a quick look at her the other day fighting against her, but that was the black and white, oh shoot, what do you call them? Now I forget, but anyway, she was the enemy, and we only got to see a couple of her attacks, but we'll get to see, hopefully, more of them, today. But here she is. She says, "The might of the seven seas will crush our enemies," and she looks really cool from this first, look at her. There she is. Ooh, I like the design. I like it. It's for me, I'll just kind of know. One thing that caught my eye immediately, actually, was just in, like, the green on her suit. It's kind of got, like, the sequins, the kind of, like, the sparkly sequins. That I really like. I like the detail in that. But overall, I like the gold highlights. She looks really cool, actually. Queen Mera, I only know a couple versions of her, and I think the versions I've seen look somewhat like this. I'm not 100% sure, but she does look really cool. Overall, I like the color combination. You know, to me, that is definitely kind of like a sea, or a character that's from the sea, or Atlantis in this case. That is definitely a color combination that would suit a character like that. But overall, yeah, I do like the design. Yeah, of course, let me know, just before we get into anything else, let me know what you think about Mera in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about her, but of course, we'll see more of her as the video goes on. But yeah, first impression, just by design, I do like her. I like, just in general, I like this kind of color combination. So, with all of that said, let's go ahead and start looking over all of the stuff that she has to offer, starting off with her gear. First up, we've got Artifact of Zebel. Special damage and intelligence, and we've got lots of that material, so we can empower it right away. Next up is Key to Bermuda Triangle Portal, up special damage and intelligence. We'll power that one as well. Next up is Locket. Ooh, looking at the picture there, I'm going to assume that is Mera and Aquaman, and if it's not Aquaman, I'm going to guess a past love of hers. Not 100% sure, it's kind of hard to tell, but by the version of Aquaman that we're getting, I don't think so. Maybe it could be her parents. Not 100% sure on who that is, but if you know who that is, let me know in the comments below. But this ups agility and intelligence. Next is Mera's Tiara, ups stamina and hit points, or health, if you prefer to call it that. Next is Atlantean Wedding Band, ups defense and resistance. And last, but certainly not least, is Healing Device. Ooh, ups agility and defense. And one of her attacks, I remember seeing it when we were fighting her, one of her abilities applies mend to your team. So that is gonna be pretty cool. We can upgrade this. Let's see, we can upgrade some of this a little bit more. As you can see, certain stats are added onto it as you level them up, but we got a whole bunch of materials. I haven't done too much of this, the gear leveling up, in a while, so we got a whole bunch saved up, so we can spend it on the new character, but we have to wait a little bit. We have to level her up before we even get to rank that up again. But let's move on to the superpowers. First up is Hydrokinesis. This one I'm pretty excited to see. Special damage to an enemy and gain mend. So overall, like, I think these ones all kind of have, like, of course, a sea themed. I'm hoping for, when we were looking at when the characters first came out, it looks like Siren and Aquaman mainly focus or fight with their weapons. However, it looks like Mera fights with the ocean, basically. As it says here, she has hydrokinesis, which allows her to control the water and kind of move it in any way that she likes. I've seen her do it before in movies, and it's pretty awesome, so I'm hoping that we get to see a lot of that. But next up is Favor of the Sea. Applies 6 mends to target. So this is the heal. If you don't know what mend is, it is a heal. However, it's not an instant heal like with Zatanna or Raven or even the World's Greatest Detective Batman. This one, it applies a healing factor to the character, and then each turn that they get, it ups or adds some health, pardon me, to the character, depending on how many mends, or depending on how strong the ability is and all that sort of stuff. So, looks like she's going to be, especially another healer, which overall is going to be nice. But this one gains mend on Mera. This one applies it to a teammate, or to yourself or a teammate, which will be nice. Next up is Ocean's Fury. Special damage to an enemy, 3% increased damage per mend on Mera's team, max 60%. So this is one that you want to have all those mends up before you use the attack, which would be pretty awesome, because it sounds like, I guess, it could do some pretty awesome damage. But next up, this is a 4-star ability called Ebb and Flow. It's a passive ability, 30% chance to apply mend to team if 2 or more teammates take damage from a single attack. So if this is like a multi-team attack, it'll give pardon me, if there's like a team attack and more than 2 people, if 2 or more people get it, then a mend is applied to the whole team, which is awesome. So yeah, it really sounds like Mera is definitely more of a support character than an attack character. She does have 2 attacks, which is nice, but all of her, so far, all of her abilities except for, all of her abilities involve mend. So she could be a very powerful ally on your team. If you don't have a healer, she could be the character for you. But last but not least is the rank 5 ability. It's called Slipstream. Another passive ability, 30% chance to apply 2 agility ups to teammate when they heal from mend. So, if they heal from mend, so basically it says that if the character heals while they have a mend on them, they have a chance to gain agility up as well, which that could be very helpful. But yeah, it sounds like I'm surprised we read over this when the character first out, but I don't remember there being so much to do with mend. For whatever, I don't know, maybe they made like a last minute change, or I just didn't even realize it when we did the video, but I'm excited to see what she can do. Can we upgrade any of these? Yeah, we can upgrade a couple of these, if it doesn't crash on us. There we go. Alright, we'll just put them all up 1 level at this point. Oh, I need character level 2 to do that, so we'll have to level her up in a second. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm interested to see the mend ability, kind of how strong that ability is. But we'll get to see that in a little bit. But first, before we go into battle and that, we're going to take a look at her overall stats. She's got, Mera has Strength 336, Agility 330, Stamina 328, Intelligence 340, Health 3,285, Speed 62, Critical Chance 5%, and Critical Value 150%. And of course, in the green brackets there, that is what is added on by the gear, so you can see how that will affect your character, and it does definitely make them stronger. And last but not least, we're gonna take a look at the bio. We did read over this in the other video when the characters first came out. However, we'll go over it again. But we've got affiliations: Atlantean powers, mystical water sorceress, able to control water to heal her allies and drown her enemies. So that's kind of the hydrokinesis that we mentioned earlier. But raised to hate Atlantis, Mera fell in love with its king Aquaman, and now uses her warrior skills to serve Atlantis. In the extra-dimensional realm of Zebel, Princess Mera was raised to assassinate the king of Atlantis. A rebel kingdom of exile, Zebel sought vengeance against the Undersea Kingdom. But when Mera was sent on her mission, the most unexpected thing happened. She fell in love with Atlantis' king, Aquaman. Betraying her people, she sided with Aquaman and eventually married him. Now the fierce Mera stands beside Aquaman, though she can never truly understand his dedication to the strange and alien surface world. So, yeah, we did go over this before. It does sound like her, of course. You know, anyway, that's kind of one thing they mentioned at the end there. Aquaman's kind of obsession or whatever with the surface world, or that, you know, a lot of the Atlanteans don't get it, but of course he is part Atlantean, part human, so that human side of him is definitely drawn towards us surface dwellers. But yeah, so overall, just first impressions on the character, she looks really cool. We did get to see her a little bit in battle, and I'm excited to see what she can do. We're going to go ahead and level her up. Oh, perfect. We've got a whole bunch of, the blue XP, which name I'm going to forget. Is energy? No, it's not energy. Mystical? I forget. Anyway, we're going to put a bunch of this in her, and then we're going to have to get some more XP. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I should think about this. We're not going to go as much of this, because I also remember I got the other review coming up. I'm going to be doing that, like, right after this, after I finish recording this video. So, yeah, I should kind of hold back, I think, a little bit on some of this if I want to save any for Siren, but let's see where she gets at this. Yeah, you know what, we should be fine at yeah, about 1100. We should be all right there. We can rank up gear, which will put her up a little bit, I hope. Not quite, but ooh, we can even empower one other one. Okay. There we go. All right, so she's about as high as she'll go. Actually, we're going to empower some of this stuff, too. I got a whole bunch of stuff saved up, but we'll put all those to level 2. And there we go. So she's going to be at about just over 1100 power. That should be high enough to take her safely into battle. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and do that. But first, let's stick her in our team. And we'll take her in. We'll swap out Green Lantern. And we'll find Mera. She's going to be way down here. Probably going to be last character is my guess. Oh, no, it's not quite last, but second last. But there she is on the team. She actually looks pretty cool. Kind of fitting in with everybody else. She kind of stands out a little bit, but at the same time, feels like she does fit in there. But we're just going to click some of this stuff here. All of our leveling up and gearing up, or whatever you want to call it, on the character earned us some stuff. But let's go. Ooh, wrong button. I did it again. For whatever reason, I hit shop instead of story campaign. I don't know. But let's, we're gonna go, we'll go beginning of chapter 2. I want to go on a lower level just so we can, for sure, get to see all of her attacks and feel safe that she's not gonna die in the middle of battle, because that would be pretty bad. Should we be fine here? Actually, we want somewhere where she be strong. Do we have, I want her to be weak against everybody, so we're looking for either green or blue at the moment. There's one green there. Ooh, there's all green. That's perfect. Alright, let's go in here. She'll be strong against the opponents, which will be a nice advantage. Yeah, she's gonna have a pretty good, she should be pretty strong here. So let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna try and skip through everybody else as, hopefully as quick as possible to try and get through all of Mera's attacks and not take out everybody else, because I know a lot of my other guys could probably be able to one-shot a lot of these guys. So we'll have to kind of work slowly, I guess, or try and, like, I think I can skip one turn on both Wonder Woman and Cyborg, and I think 2 on Batman. So we'll see what we can do here. Who do we start off with? Start off with Wonder Woman. We'll take a guy out, one of these guys on the end here, out. We got Mera yet? No, not yet. This one, yeah, well, what is this? Da-da-da-da-da, to all ally. Yeah, why not? We'll just do that. Alrighty, and Cyborg. Oh, Mera is slow, actually. Okay, we'll just use that. We can skip through these. What am I doing? We can skip through those, but not through Mera's attacks. There we go. That guy's taunting already. So, what are we going to do first? This one involves us needing men. So I'm going to hold off on Ocean's Fury for a little bit. Yeah, you know, we'll use the basic attack first. So we're going to use Hydrokinesis right off the bat. Special damage to an enemy. Gain Mend. We'll use it on this guy here. This one, I'm hoping, well, this one or Ocean's Fear, I'm hoping one of those has an animation, because one of them, it looked, when we were fighting, it looked like it could, but of course, because we were fighting the enemy, we didn't get to see it. So, we'll see what happens, but let's go ahead, let's use it. Alright, no animation there, but that actually did look really cool. She kind of basically, the water basically came up from the ground, spinning around, and then she angled it towards, oops, we want to do this, angled it towards the opponent, which was pretty cool. We're gonna have to take this guy out now. I don't really want to use a heal at the moment. Alright, next up we got, we're gonna use Favor of the Sea. That way we can use or the last ability there. We'll use it on Cyborg because he did lose a little bit of health there, not too much, but he should be probably healed by now. Even just after one turn, because he didn't take all that much damage. We'll hit the big guy. So that didn't quite take him out. The weird undead lantern guy there. Alrighty, we'll take out the big guy, I guess. And Mera now, is she really? Oh my gosh, Mera is so slow. Wow. Alright, so we're gonna get to see her last attack, just barely. So this is Ocean's Fury, special damage to enemy, 3% increased damage per mend on Mera's team. So she's got I think she's got 5 or 6. There's 5 or 6 on Cyborg, and Mera's got 1, so it'll be up a decent bit. So we're gonna go and hit the big guy here just to see what kind of damage this can do. I'm hoping this one is an animation, but let's go ahead and see. Hitting the big guy here. Yes, animation. Oh, that looks cool. Ooh, so it's very similar to her basic attack there, the Hydrokinesis. However, I think that one looks much cooler. It's got a lot more, mainly because, of course, it's the animation. I always find those are really cool. Yeah, we're gonna skip. I want to see at least Hydrokinesis, so we at least compare them one last time. So this is Hydrokinesis again. The two are very similar. It's basically, I guess, the summoning of the water, and then it kind of spins around her, and then she directs it at the opponent there. And the last one was kind of nice because there's actually like a whole little water tornado or water spout, whatever you want to call it, coming up and surrounding her. That looked really cool, just from a visual standpoint. That was really, really cool. So yeah, oh, there's another one. We kind of mentioned this in the last video. They got new loading screens, which is pretty cool. Even just like simple little stuff like that, it'd be awesome if they could do more of that, because they got a whole bunch of new characters that they haven't made a loading screen for. So it'd be nice if they could swap in some of those new ones every now and then. But yeah, so there you go. There is Mera in DC Comics Legends. I like her. Overall, that mend ability definitely could be helpful if you're looking for not necessarily a healer, but one who or a player who can attack, but at the same also cause there to be heals for your team. So yeah, it is definitely, I'd say, yeah, if you're looking for that kind of like a character, she's good. Her attacks look like they do some pretty awesome damage. Overall, she looks nice. I don't know, that's for some people, that's just like, even me, sometimes I'll just pick a character because they absolutely look awesome, you know, and I'll make them work. You know, if they may not have some of the greatest stats, but if they look really awesome, I'll make it work. But not saying that we have to do that with this character. Her attacks look pretty strong, and that mend definitely can be an advantage, considering I think 4 out of her 5 abilities there, like one of the passive abilities as well, all include her applying or benefiting from mend, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, I think that's about it. So, once again, Mera in DC Comics Legends. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. And if you like this kind of stuff, we got lots of it coming out all the time, so feel free to subscribe to the channel. Let me know your opinions of Mera in the comments below. Also, let me know your opinions on any of the other new characters in the comments below. And I think, oh yeah, last but not least, you can check us out on Facebook at Mr. Smiley Co. right there in the bottom right corner of your screen. I got, I'm planning, I kind of hint this in a few videos lately. I've got an event coming up that will involve Facebook. So I guess if you find us now, it'll be a lot easier for you in the future. So if you want to check us out, you can search us up there. And yeah, I think that's about it. So once again, Queen of Atlantis Mera in DC Comics Legends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.